What is going on, everybody? Today I am going to show you the upload process for nftempo. My last video I talked about the pros and the cons, and in this video I'm actually going to walk you through the steps to upload. I'm speeding it up. So first, what you're going to want to do is download this wallet here. I don't know how to pronounce it, XAMAN. Then you're going to want to put in a passcode. This is for the XRP blockchain. And what you're going to see here is I'm like going like 100x here. It makes you go through all of the different parts so that you understand the security risks, and then you hit continue, create account. At this point, it's going to give you all these numbers that you're going to need for security purposes. If you've ever made a crypto wallet, you know that there's levels of security, and then you're going to have to write them down somewhere and then put them all back in order. So they make sure that you have it written down. And then, yeah, again, I have this in super fast speed because it takes some time to get it right. But here we are. Once you put in all of the numbers and it proves that you have it written down, you're ready to go. You got your address there. With XRP, what's going to need to happen is you're going to need to have about 10 XRP like in your wallet to activate it. And that's something that nftempo helped with me is they gave me some XRP so that could activate my wallet. Otherwise, you'll have to buy some on like an exchange like, you know, Coinbase or crypto.com or something like that. But let's say for the sake of this that you have some, or that you've contacted Nile or the nftempo team and that they've bestowed upon you some of this crypto just like they did with me, and they actually do have a fund set for that. So you put in your password and then you get to label your account. I think for this I did demo, and then there you go. So now you actually have an account. As you see, it's not active yet. That's because there wasn't any crypto in this particular account. And then to activate it, you get your address and you'll send it to yourself. I'm not going to do that here, though. Just for the sake of time, you can also get this QR code and then send that to somebody and ask them to send you some crypto. That's pretty much there on how to create and activate your account. And then now that that's done, let's go into the nftempo side. I sped through that. It should probably take about 10-15 minutes just to get your account set up, get the crypto in there, get it activated. Once that's activated, you now have a wallet on the XRP ledger. You go to nftempo's website and then you just hit connect wallet there. A QR code will pop up. Once you scan that, it'll look like this on your phone, and all you'll have to do, let me get out the way here. All you'll have to do is hit slide to accept. Down there, you'll put in your password. Again, tons of security. You see sign successfully, and it'll pop up like that. Boom. See, now it shows my face. So yeah, that's how you create the profile there. Let's go into editing here. And what you can see, you know, it's the typical profile picture, cover photo, bio. You can link your website and whatnot. Pretty typical there. Now let's move into the actual upload process. So once you have your wallet, once you have your profile configured in the way that you want it to with your pictures and your bio, now you're ready to upload your track. You can choose between whether you want it to be a one of one, like only one collectible available, or you want it to actually be a collection. Technically, like a one of one, you can usually sell for a little bit more. You could justify that. Or if you want more people to have it, you can go with a little bit lower price and a higher supply. For the sake of my last collection, give the collection a name. Then you decide how many copies you want. You know, we put 30, I had 50. You drag in your media and you give it the name, cover art, all of the things that come to expect from an upload process like this. So I just dragged in some media. Here you can put the different traits. You know, I don't think this is necessarily that important when you're uploading, unless you have like an idea of what traits you want to have. Electric guitar, some kind of vocals. It's really customizable in that sense. I don't think you need to have anything set in stone. This genre part, at first, if you just look at it, it just says hip hop. But if you type in hip hop, then there's a bunch of subgenres. So that's something that Niall told me about when he walked me through. Choose your subgenre there, and then you say when it came out. Now, the next part down there is the credits section. What's cool about that is that you can actually list out who's featured, who produced it. That being said, though, there isn't the splits yet, so that person doesn't actually like receive any of the funds, but he can get the credit. So I know that's something they're working on, because that's like the crux of why we would want to do this in Web3, in my opinion, more than just like making money off of these NFTs. I think it's about the rights management, and the direct distribution is the real reason why we're here. So that's something that definitely are going to need to get added. And then you can put your external link. Just put the link to my website, www.trayrail.xyz. If people like what they hear, they can go to my website and follow more. And then just the description. So then one more thing is royalty section up here. Essentially what a royalty section is the percentage that goes to the creator on secondary sales. Once somebody else sells that, no matter what they sell it for, what percentage of that transaction goes towards the creator. This can be like really whatever you want. That being said, a standard is like 7.5%. You can go higher, you can go lower. Pros and cons of both of those things. From the seller's perspective, if you're trying to resell something and it's like 30% royalty, you might be wary of even buying it in the first place. Just something to consider. Then you have these other tick boxes. Yeah, just leave those settings blank. I mean, burnable means like, are people able to actually burn the collectible, which technically you might want to leave that open just to like reduce supply at some point. Transferable just means you want to be able to send these to somebody else. More than a sale, but like if you want to do a giveaway or something like that and someone won, you want to be able to transfer that to them. And then the only XRP part are people able to purchase in other currencies, maybe Bitcoin or maybe even USDC or some kind of stable coin or something like that. And you just leave it like that. And then there's the explicit content. So once you hit that button, now you're going to have to go and sign these transactions. You'll go back to your wallet and you'll see here that you actually have to do individually. You have to sign each of these transactions. It gets pretty comical because you have to put in your password for each one. You have to slide and say accept on each one. They all cost like a fraction of a penny, but it's just racking up and you're like, this is ridiculous. Niall and I were laughing about that. Ideally, they're going to make it like where you can batch mint next, but like it just kept going and going because I put 50 editions, so I had to do it 50 times just to mint them. These next ones, you can see the difference between VSN Mint NFT and nftempo Music. That's the difference between actually making that collectible a real thing, and then you have to take those collectibles and put them on the marketplace. And so that's what these next ones was separate transactions for the ones that I listed. So I minted 50, and then it costs a little bit, like you have to put some reserves in for each listing. So I didn't actually list all of the 50. So I wish I kind of did less than 50, honestly, and like 15 or something like that. But regardless, I listed, I think, about 20, and nftempo covered those costs. So I didn't actually come out of pocket for any of it. Really grateful for that. But as you can see, this took kind of the bulk of the time. If you thought that signing up for the wallet was the bulk of the time, no, it was actually just 15 minutes of just signing straight transactions. And then at the end, you can see the first purchase there for 20 XRP. There was someone accepting the offer of the listing. And so I sold about, I think, 4 or 5 of these so far at 20 XRP. XRP's at like, let's just call it 50 cents for the sake of it. So $10 each, $50 for these collectibles. Not bad, not bad. There's worse ways to distribute music. But again, like I went back and forth with Niall for, I don't know, days, maybe even weeks, going through this process and making sure that everything was kind of up to date. That was the process for uploading. I want to go through this next part. They've created incentives for both the artists creating music on nftempo and then also the collectors that are purchasing music. And those incentives come in the form of tokens that you can claim every day if you own music collectible. When there's something that you can kind of claim every day, it's called a faucet, and that faucet gets reset daily. So as long as you own music, whether that's Life is Better on Wheels by myself or somebody else that's featured that month, then you can come here. And so I'm just going to go through the process real quick on what that looks like. Go to the nftempo here, and then you want to click Trust Line. This is very techie stuff, so if you're a little lost, don't worry about that. I'm doing the walkthrough. So you'll go through the trust line and you'll hit sign in. You scan the QR code, sign it with your wallet, and then once that's signed, you can actually go back to the website previously because you're already signed in. If you don't know where it is, you can go to the nftempo Twitter or X, and they have all these links up there. All you got to do is click claim now, and boom. Congratulations, you have received your rewards. So that is my guide on how to upload to nftempo. My track, Life is Better on Wheels, is up there right now. It's going to be featured for the next couple months. There's plenty of editions still available, so you can go check it out. If you have any questions on how to sign up, or if you want to do it yourself, feel free to ask me. Feel free to reach out to Niall. The team is really responsive here. I hope this helped. Peace.